casual one. So I'll be asking a few couple of questions to our local artists over here to get to know more about them. And then after this, you guys can actually, mingle around and network with them to actually get to know more about themselves as well as their projects. So I'll just do a brief introduction from my end. I'm Rebecca once again. Actually, I'm not the artist of Gendora. Gendora is actually started by me and my sister and also a third guy. So my sister is actually the artist and currently she's not here, she's in Malaysia. So I'll be the one representing here to speak on behalf of Gendora. Okay, so without further ado, let's kickstart with this session. So I'll do a brief introduction to who our artists are over here. We have Derek, okay, and then Lydia, Patrick, and Alden. So let's start with Derek to do a brief introduction about himself as well as what are you currently working on in terms of your project.
Hi everyone, I'm Derek. So my alias is My Itchy Finger. So I'm a digital artist and I specialize in 2D 4D art. So basically what I do is I draw points to make a triangle and then I form them into a picture to make them look like a 3D image. So this one here is my artwork. So if you see it from far, it may look like a photo, but when you look closely, it's actually drawn piece by piece. Yeah. So what I'm currently working on is I'm actually gonna open a studio, My Itchy Finger Studio. So we're gonna collaborate with artists around the world. So we want to do a huge collaboration and support each other, and then create artworks so that we can share our collaboration, our different type of art styles, and share it with the world.
Hi, I'm Lydia. I'm the lead artist for Gallery Sigma. So for the Gallery Sigma, right, the first collection with Chinese Mafia, and it was created by me and Jack with a love of art and also to give back to Children's Society and also homes in Singapore. There are currently a total of 14 art pieces till date, and we have sold 5. We are happy to have your support. And we also looking for more companies and establishment for cooperation. There are currently at least 10 different collaboration right now. So for more details, right, you guys can actually check on our social media, GY Sigma, Instagram, Facebook, and also Twitter. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Patrick. Yeah, I'm a full-time fine art artist. I'm actually doing fine arts and also at the same time because I'm into digital as well for many years. So naturally for me to go into NFT is quite straightforward. So at the same time, the project I'm doing is the second one on the left, on your right. Yeah, so it's Mare. So the name of the project is called Metaverse. Yeah, so it's to bring the ship into the place. And then the project we are doing right now, there are multiple utilities, we'll talk about it later. And then also the project I'm doing right now is also launching my fine art series, which is one-of-one series. There will be, because I'm having a gallery as well and a studio. So the gallery, all the works in what I'm doing, it will be converted into digital as well. So that will be one-on-one series. And right now I'm also launching a new series that is called, it's using sculpting. It's called New Renaissance. It's to bring back the ancient classic of sculptures. Yeah, so I'll pass the mic to someone.
Thanks, Patrick. Okay, good afternoon everyone. Thanks Vincent for inviting us. My name is Alden. I'm a multidisciplinary designer and the founder of Mecha Mini-X. So you can see right behind me, this is my brand and my design lab. So what does Mecha Mini-X stands for? It means a little machine in a mini family, and X stands for the cross collaboration. So I use what I am passionate in, design, as well as the inspiration of pop culture that I grew up with, to combine these two together to create my project called this Mecha Mini-X. So we are still a very new and growing collection in OpenSea. So we have minted about 13 and we have sold exactly 10 already. So I'm very thankful for the support of my early NFT collectors. And I even have more collectors with me here. There's David, he's the collector. And he owns this art, so I'm very happy to share the art we own with you guys as well. So yeah, thanks for dropping by. I'll pass the mic.
Okay, thank you.
Hi. Yeah, thanks all for introducing yourself as well as your project. So I'll just do a very brief introduction about Gendora. The name Gendora actually came about. Gen often actually means strong root in Chinese. And Dora, I believe majority of you guys have actually heard of Dora the Explorer. It's like a mini little girl exploring the places. So hence you put the name together, Gendora is strong little girl. Okay, so Gendora you can see right over there next to Angel Mafia. So that's Gendora. It's actually female empowerment and education team because I'm a strong advocate in these two areas, and the Gendora project is actually backed by 3 companies, a tech company, business structure, skilling company, as well as my educational company. So what we want to do is actually empower females through education in a more entertaining way. Yeah. So now I have a question for our creative artists over here. What actually got yourself interested in NFTs? Maybe we can start with Alden.
Yeah, thanks. So I think the NFT kind of hit me around late 2020. I was getting into it, but at the same time I was deep into the custom mechanical keyboard scene, and then it kind of rolled over to this kind of idea to generate a NFT myself, because as a designer I felt that I can bring something different to the table. So combining the idea of this keyboard and keycaps design that was booming in the scene, I want to bring my design to the NFT world and kind of see how and what will happen. So that's how start the whole idea of me creating this Mechanics project that I'm working on right now. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so for me it's because I'm a faith-based artist, right? So all my inspiration are based on scripture, and what happened is my current work, all my physical art pieces in the gallery as well, are all based on is to bring love, joy, and hope into spaces, into homes, into offices. So right now, same thing in this space. I would love to bring the love, joy, and hope into digital spaces. So one of the things is I'm creating a ship that went into the spaces of digital spaces as well. So I think that's what we are doing, and also because of the one-of-one series, we are also will be sending that in as well. Yeah.
Okay, so with the rise of NFTs, right, we actually decided to bring our love of art as a passion for raising and also giving back to society. So we formed a small team, GRI Sigma, and with Jack as being in charge of business development and marketing, while me myself focusing on artwork, NFT artwork. Yeah. So that's the inspiration of the rise of NFT. Thank you.
So basically, I've always been passionate about art. So even before the NFT scene, I was doing more of traditional art, where I sketch and draw. And when the NFT scene came about, so I think I joined in about last year, exactly at this time in March. So I discovered that wow, the community of the NFT is huge, and everyone is so supportive of each other because it's new and it's something that everyone wants to try also. So when I got in, I actually get to meet a lot of metaverse friends, and we got to collaborate together, and that's where I found out like, hey, NFT is just more than a digital art. It's something that I can connect with other people. Like for example, Eldon, that's how I met him in the metaverse. And I think, and even Rebecca for Gendora, so we actually did a collaboration together. So I think it actually expands our outreach to the world as well, not just within the individual space in Singapore.
Yeah, for myself, I actually got into NFT is not because of the art first. I got into it because of the NFT game. You guys most probably have heard of the Axie Infinity. So that was my very first NFT. Hello. Yeah. So after months, for a few months, then I realized that this space is actually pretty good to promote businesses or bring people gather around. Because I noticed that 1 out of 10 usually, you can see the NFT space is very new dominated. So I feel that I have a lot of friends. They are very interested in cute art and stuff like that. I wanted to get into NFT space. How to? So rather than having someone to do the transactions for them. Yeah, so, okay, where was I? Okay, yeah, so instead of like doing the job for them, why not educate these folks of people who, or rather those folks who are non-crypto users but want to get into the space in a more layman terms. So this is what I'm trying to build, the educational portion, and I feel that by getting them to learn, they should get their hands dirty by owning an NFT themselves step by step. Then only they learn about whatever is beyond just buying an NFT. So that's where they get exposure and actually learn the thing. So next question would be, like artists, right? It's very easy to draw, when it's like non-digital, because a lot of traditional artists, they are struggling. So how do I convert like drawing traditionally and convert them into digitally? Okay, so I see like a few artists, they actually can still NFT their traditional pieces, like what some of the folks here. If you were to buy their NFT, they can send something to your doorstep. For example, a figurine or a 3D figurine like me. So there's actually a figurine, he can show you guys. So let's say some people hit a certain milestone, they will send a cute figurine like that to your doorstep. So there are a couple of projects that actually does that. Okay, then another one would be like some artists, they are targeting more high net worth. They buy really expensive pieces. So if I were to own this digital NFT, how do I own the exact piece of NFT or the art piece? So basically they send it to their doorstep. So this could be one of the many ways. So my question here to artists over here, you guys most likely have come a very long way before this NFT even started. So when it comes to NFT, what's your favorite part of being an artist in NFT, and what's your least favorite part being an NFT in the artist in this space?
So the favorite part, of course, is when you get a bid on your work. You know that a stranger actually appreciates your work and they value your work. That means a lot to me. So other than that, of course, the very satisfaction after I'm done with a work. Of course, there's this feeling that artists feel after they are done with a work. They take a look at it and then they show it like in a gallery, and then everyone takes a look at it, and then they give you comments and feedback. Then hey, maybe there's things I could have done better, or maybe it was a good job. I don't know. Different people got different opinions, but yeah, that's what pushes me forward.
I think for me it's just simple that people love and appreciate my artwork. And the least favorite thing, of course, is like people maybe not appreciate or like less like of my artwork. That's it.
I think NFT is exciting because the potential of it can be unlimited. How it can be created, how it can be launched out, and also to translate your creative ideas into a project. I think that's unlimited. So that's the fun part. And also in terms of the appreciation level, I think it allows everybody to appreciate artwork in a very different forms. And because I'm coming from the traditional art base as well, so that changes the way you showcase your art very much. Yeah, and actually sometimes to me NFTs can be even more authentic than your original. Yeah, and what I don't like about it, I think it's the whole entire Twitter networking. I think that's the part where it takes up a lot of energy from the artist. So yeah, I think that's one.
So I think I kind of agree with the artist here. So the favorite part of the whole NFT journey is the creating from concept to reality, and also having a sense of accomplishment when your art is sold and appreciated by someone that, somewhere out there in this world. That kind of feeling is really uncomparable. And for the least favorite part of this NFT journey is definitely the whole marketing. You have to get your name, brand heard, that people see. So that's, I think, the challenging part. But it's also a battle we have to fight as a creator. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, guys. So before I ask the next question, I would like to ask the audience over here, who owns an NFT over here? Like minimum one NFT. Can I have a show of hands? Wow, okay, quite a handful of you guys own NFT. So the rest, are you guys interested in owning an NFT but afraid to do so, or it's just like NFT is just buying a digital art? I cannot eat, I cannot touch, I can only see. Okay, so my next question to our artists over here, right? So before you guys actually, NFT your art pieces, I believe you guys also own before you actually tried out the process yourself before getting into this space. Am I right? So what was your first NFT and what was the experience like, and why did you buy that NFT for yourself?
You mean buying an NFT? Yeah. Oh. The first NFT I bought was a Dead Fella. So their artwork is pretty good. It wasn't like over the top. It was very simple, very simplistic, very different from what we see around. I think my biggest regret was selling it because the floor went up pretty high. But yeah, that was the first project that I supported.
For me, the only NFT I own is my own NFT. So, but maybe I will consider one of the NFT that's shown in the gallery house today. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, the first one we own is Wuxi. Basically, I think the way how I get into this space as well is also, I think we have to try, right? I think the most important is try what you like first. Yeah, that's my attitude of going in is to buy something that I like, not so much on just to see how can I earn out of it. Yeah, it started from passion. From there you start to learn, and from learning, then you started to know how you're going to move in this space, how you're going to even trade in this space. Yeah, so.
Yes, I also got the Ushi. So for me, I can remember very vividly my first NFT, because honestly I don't know what I'm doing. I just have to jump in, I mean, I go to OpenSea, look up some beautiful NFT. So the first one I purchased was the Dystopia. It is a derivative of CryptoPunk, I mean.